no judgment zone. And it's all about just being you and being free, being natural.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, or good afternoon, depending where you are. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Be Natural Show. We've been on hiatus for a little while, but we are back and ready for some great topics. Today, we're going to talk about, can self-confidence be mistaken as arrogance? So if you think you all that, because someone look at you and say, oh, she thinks she all that. Ladies, what's your thoughts?
Well, I'd just like to be introduced first.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Please forgive me. Today, we have our special guest. Y'all ain't special guests, y'all part of the show. We have Mrs. Veronica Battle. We have Mrs. Vernice Johnson, and we have Mrs. Keisha Johnson. Oh, not Mrs. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna tell her business. But we have Keisha Johnson, and my name is Chandra Collins. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Great.
What's your week,
Saturday,
ladies? Anybody doing anything extra special this weekend?
No.
Not I.
No, just going to church. We're back in service on tomorrow. It's a good thing. Yes.
Go praise the Lord. Well, good. Yeah.
That's exciting. That could be exciting. Back in person since what, 2 years? In 2020?
It is exciting.
Yeah, that's exciting.
And getting to see everyone again and fellowship again with everybody. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Cool. So, the topic, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce, is, can self-confidence be mistaken as arrogant? Actually, I was watching, I don't know if y'all seen the new documentary with Kanye.
Oh, okay.
No, I started to watch it though. I haven't seen
it. Genius, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And he was actually talking about that himself, because people have called him arrogant because he's very confident. And I think there is a line you cross, because there's nothing wrong with saying, you're very confident in what you do, the way you look, the way you act. But when you I think sometimes when you try to make it seem like you're better than other people, then that's when it kind of come off like you're being arrogant.
Yeah.
And that's not cute.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because I would think arrogant is more of, like you say, thinking too much of yourself, that you sitting back looking like, no, we got some errors, when you're thinking too much, and making it seem pretty much more like bragging. I always I did this, I did that, it was me. That's when I think it can go over onto the other side. But when you do your self-confidence, to me, is more like self-affirmations, as to get up and saying, as my favorite song, when you wake up and say, good morning, gorgeous. And to me, that's self-affirmation. And it brings on self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
That you're not thinking less of yourself, as where you get to the point where you want to compare yourself to others. I wish I looked like her. I wish it's like, no matter what, no matter the looks, the skin, the body size, whatever, you're gorgeous because that's how you were created.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't think so. And now I will say this. I got another example too. My Justin, my middle son, he was talking Thursday. A lady was over here at the house. And so when he come in from school, she was a good friend of mine. She was here. So when he come in from school, you know, she was talking to him about going to school, to college. This is his last year. People who don't know out there, this is last year of high school. So she was telling him to go to college. And so he looking at her saying, why should I go to college? You tell me why. So she was telling him, you know, the experience of college, and then college actually get you ready for life, for you know, your real life in reality. And he said, then so he come back with and tell me how it would get me ready for real life. He said, when, you know, because he's starting his own business. So he's like, how is that getting me ready? What is it that they gonna teach me that will get me ready for life? And so she really couldn't come out with nothing concrete, but she was making it sound good. So yesterday she called me on the phone. She's talking about, that is one arrogant little boy of yours. She talking about, you know, she said, and you got him like that. And I said, no, I didn't. But it's like everything that she said, he will come out with, no, I don't have to do that, because I'm doing research. I'm researching. All I have to do is I don't have to go to school, be in debt, and then what is it that, and he told her, and to work for someone else. And he looking at her, even though she's her own boss, but she's still working and serving the people. So he was like, and he looking at her and did her like this and work for someone else. He said, I don't want to do that. And
Right.
so it is like she couldn't get him to move. So it was like, then that's what she called me yesterday. He just is arrogant. And I laughed, but I thought to myself, he really self-confident. It's like, right now in my mind, you show me something different, then let me go and research, and then I will see if that's that route that I would want to go. But right now, this is the route I want to go, because this is what I researched. I like that. I do like that about him. But a lot of people will look at him like that, because he does say this, of a girl that he like, he's not going to go to her. She wants to come to him. And he won't. He has not in the past. But his reasoning is, if she really like him, she would come to him. That does make sense to me. But again, he just feel like he's self-confident that you really like me, you'll come to me. I don't have to come to you. That's his way. And somebody will look at it as, oh, he's just arrogant. I don't know. What's y'all thoughts?
I think self-confidence, you know what you want. You're sure about what you want. You're just sure of yourself about what you want and what you want to do, or what have you, whatever. Arrogance, or they can just maybe snobbish, or just always about yourself, just bragging, like you said earlier, bragging, being boastful, just talking, always talking. It's just me. I don't care about that. I don't care about nobody else. I'm tell you about me. And you just don't have a feeling about nobody else. Just about your ego, about you. And I mean, that's how I see. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm with you. Self-confidence is basically self-love. You basically loving everything about yourself. As you say, is affirmation. Um, is you just being confident in the skin you in. Um, I mean, arrogance, can self-confidence come off as arrogance? Yeah, maybe to an extent. I mean, it just kind of depend on you as a it really don't depend on you as a person. It really just depends on your audience. Because people gonna think what they want to think about you anyway. So, some people feel like just because you love yourself or whatnot, that you are arrogant, just like Justin is just confident on this is what his plan and this is what he want to do, that his plan is gonna work for him. So of course to your friend it came off to her as arrogant. So that's what I'm saying, it just really kind of depend on your audience. Like, if you go back to the Kanye West situation, a lot of people do think he arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he confident, but now sometimes he can go off as being arrogant because he'll start kind of uh looking down on people. You know what I'm saying? Like it just in just the certain stuff that he say. And maybe he don't mean it that way, but it can come off as okay, he being arrogant right now. But I always love Kanye. Even though he going through, what he going through right now. But I mean, but he really does have a lot of confidence about himself, and where he is like, what I'm saying, nobody can shake me, regardless of even
Mm-hmm.
making more money than me, whatever. But I know who I am, and this is where, this is my lane that I'm gonna flow in this right here. So, but yeah, I mean, I just feel like it just kind of really depend on your audience. And I mean, you can kind of take it a little bit too far though when you go. And I mean, that's how I look at arrogance. Is arrogance to me is more so you looking down on people. I mean, brag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just like I mean, anytime I can't hang around this certain crowd of people. That person don't, or whatnot is, that you can't go to these people house because they living in a certain neighborhood you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's arrogant because you feel like okay, I'm above them and I
True.
can't. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But that's a lie. We
Right.
all whatever go up must come down. So I mean, it's just like, but you do have people that's like that. So that's just my take on it. But of course, I love Justin. Justin is, he's just confident.
Right.
And
He knows what he want to do.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised, I'm surprised that your friend called and told you that. That to me seemed
Yeah,
like
but she was laughing and joking. She was like, she talking about he's so doggone handsome, but he is arrogant because she was trying to shake him, like as to the point as, hey, this is the way to go. You need to go this route, even though I want him to go that route too. With her, you need to go to college. You need to go to college. But again, he gave her exactly what he be giving me. And I don't think she was expecting that. She was expecting him to go, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Right.
Right. And
And
walk
just
off. But
agree
he
with
stood,
her.
right. And he stood in the door of the room and looked at her and he said, you tell me why. And then when she did it, he said, now show me why. It's like you talking it, you need to tell me exactly AB on exactly what it is. Don't
right.
come with no vague stuff as the experience, like I'm telling him, what, it's just the experience. And he was pretty much like, tell me exactly what are they teaching
Right. And
in
I don't
these schools
that's not
that
Eric.
gonna put right. So that's what he trying, it's like, tell me exactly the curriculum that,
Mhm.
and pretty much what is it that gonna get me through life, that gonna teach me about life. Give me the curriculum. She really couldn't come out with no just exact curriculum. It still was vague. So it's like, to him, you ain't said nothing.
Right. And normally if somebody really arrogant, they ain't not listening to what you got to say anyway. They don't care what you got to say. Because if they that, if they arrogant, they think they already know, everything. You can't tell them nothing. Because they ain't gonna listen.
Right.
That's arrogant. It wouldn't have, and the fact that he asked mean that he wasn't being arrogant. He was just being confident, because if you were being arrogant, he wouldn't care what that lady had to say. He had already made up his mind, and he already know what he want to do, and nothing nobody else to say was going to change that.
Pretty much.
So, but what do y'all think about people who are sometimes arrogant? Do you think they are masking? They're really insecure. So sometimes they overplay their confidence because they really don't believe what they're saying. Like they don't really believe they're great. They don't really believe they're beautiful or whatever it is. So sometimes they mask it by overdoing it.
Oh no, I think sometimes they believe it. They believe what they say. That I am great. I'm this. I'm that. I think sometimes they do believe it. That's why they say it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm with Bernice. I think they do believe it to the point. Now, some of them probably don't, but some I think they really do, to get you feeling like, oh, they really got their stuff together, the way you envy them.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They want that, you to envy them.
Mm-hmm. But you look at them like, really?
Right.
Okay.
But you really looking at them like,
them, they like, I'm yes, I'm doing this, and and so
exactly, to make it seem like
still,
they
yeah,
they got themselves together,
attitude or whatever, or whatever. So,
Yeah.
People, I'll try to get the people the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, see what they say.
So what, Keisha?
I said some people believe what they say.
Yeah, they do. They really do. Even though it's a lie, they actually believe the whole lie. I mean, the whole lie. They as they telling you, they in their mind, they actually believe that if it's a lie, they believe it. And even if it's the truth, they definitely believe it, maybe add more to it, because they actually believe I am great. I'm the greatest. But again, when you look at it though, when you go back, if it go to scripture, it said life and death lies in your tongue. So again, you want to speak life into it. Yeah, I am great. But again, I do believe it's how you still treat people with your greatness.
right.
How you come off saying I'm great, but yeah, I'm great, but am I gonna help and bring somebody with me and help them, show them how to be just, hey, you can do this way better than me. Let's do it.
Yeah. Like, Trump was saying that, at one point, talking about he did more than Jesus did by helping.
What?
He did.
He did say that.
Arrogant, because, bro, what are you talking about? I mean, it really was just borderline foolishness on his part.
Right.
But I mean, of course, he gonna say anything so he can stay in everybody's conversation, so he can stay in everybody's mind. That's what a lot of celebrities do anyway. They try to stay relevant. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, stuff like that, people that, thinking, that they above Jesus, really. Okay.
But I really do believe Trump thinks so though.
I mean, he may do. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I really believe he meant that he helped more than Jesus. Is like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and nobody can tell him. Nobody can tell me what to do. That's what he feels.
You can't go.
What to do? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
There you go. Can't tell him nothing no different.
So
can't tell him nothing no different.
I mean, that's it. That's just foolishness. But again, I consider that arrogant. Because you thinking you, but I mean, when did you die and save anybody? Neither no time. No time, because when it come down to it, you would rather kill you. I think he'll kill his family before he kill himself.
Of course he would.
Mm.
I think so too. But again, who are we really saying that's abnormal thinking? If someone think that way,
If they think what way?
if they think like, because even if they think some of the stuff that Kanye say that we may feel or I may feel is outrageous, or even Trump may have said that
Yeah,
I
when he
feel.
Fat Jesus.
But
Kanye.
listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. And I feel is outrageous. Again, is that really abnormal?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's to a certain extent. I think it's
What's normal about thinking like that? So because you sell certain records or whatnot, and you could just say, "Well, I'm the Black Jesus." What did you do?
yes.
Well, again,
I mean, we got to buy your stuff. Then
that's
nobody
true.
to buy nothing from Jesus to make Jesus who he is. He's still relevant today. So that's what I'm saying. What?
But all the authority, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just getting a discussion going. That's
Okay,
all I am.
go ahead with the discussion.
Just trying to get a discussion going. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not saying it's right, but
all the authority belong to who? It don't belong to Kanye.
no, but he's saying that we are like him, and that all the authority and the power that was in him he has put it in our hands. So again, is it really abnormal?
Yes, because didn't the devil get kicked out for thinking that he was above Jesus?
He sure did. You
can like Jesus all yourself. Just like I can have kids, my kids can act like me or be like me, but my kids ain't me. If they get them calling coming around talking about they Keisha, oh, we got a problem. You ain't kidding. No, you're not. It ain't but one me.
Right.
That's right.
Cool, but I mean, I'm just saying. Come on, like, just think about it. If Justin or Trey or Jared go around talking about they Veronica, you will have a whole problem with that, because it ain't but one Veronica Mouse battle. One.
That's right. Only one.
That's right.
So yeah.
I just want to get a discussion going, and I got y'all in it going. That's it. I just want to get y'all going.
I'm just saying, I mean,
that's it.
I mean, he said he a jealous God. So yeah, we ain't playing that. You can be like me, but you not me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Him.
Yeah.
And that's when the problem starts with being arrogant. When you thinking you better than somebody else, and like I said, you can't learn from nobody else. You always want to be in the spotlight because you bigger and better and greater than everybody else. And that's when you cross the line between confidence and arrogance.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because the thing is, when you become unteachable, and that's really is unteachable. When no one can teach you anything else, when you become unteachable, oh honey, it's a wrap for you.
Yeah, because we always be able to learn.
You always know, and no matter who you learn from, and you got to be always open-minded, no matter, because I can learn from a 16-year-old. I can learn from a 10-year-old that come and tell me, and I'm like, I didn't know that. And I'm okay with that. Me at being 54, learning from someone that's younger, I'm okay with that.
Right, yeah. You learn from anybody.
Yeah.
There's something to teach you. But you gotta be open.
Right. And the thing is, even if it's not even working in your favor, you still want to be able to be taught. So you'll know, okay, I know not to do that again. I learned from this. Can't do that one again. Or you have taught me not to talk to you no more. Love you, but it's gonna be from a distance.
So do y'all know anybody that's like that? Y'all name names?
That's
Arrogant.
That's arrogant.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just playing around. Don't say no.
I ain't gonna name the name. I'm just trying to think. Do I really do?
I can
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say the name.
because anybody I know that's like that, normally we don't hang. We don't hang together. I can't hang with people like that. Mm-mm.
you can't hang with arrogant people.
No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear them about thinking I'm above you and I'm better than you and I got the best this, that, and the other. And no, because I don't want to hear it.
Well, the thing is, I'm with Keisha. I can hang
Okay.
because and let me tell you why. Because that's not going to be the whole conversation. And you may say something that can help me in my business. And you may not they may not never know that they said it, that help, because I probably won't tell them. But I'll be like, okay, and I keep a mental note. Let me go home and write that down, because you know what? They don't, you might have said something.
I guess it depends on the level of it. Like if somebody don't think they ever wrong, they always got to be in the spotlight. They think they are superior. Then no, then when they call, I'm not answering the phone. Let it go to voicemail.
To me, like it just depends on the person. But I mean, I could be in conversation with them. Yeah. I mean, knowing me, I just sit there and just be laughing at them. Because they think they right and everything. It just goes. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Something they say may make sense. Something
right.
They
it may make sense.
Make sense.
May make sense.
But they may not actually do it. But in your mind, be like, that kind of makes sense.
That makes sense. And there you go, to the point I could go home and use it to something, because you always want every certain type of friend. Well, I ain't gonna say friend, associate.
I ain't gonna say friend, but
yeah, associate. You want all types because you can learn from each one. Something you can bring to the paper to write down and say, I can use that.
Mm-hmm.
I can use that.
I do it, but he might didn't do it. She might really didn't do it. That is
right,
saying
but it's like, okay, they said such and such. But I can use that. I ain't trying to shut I can't shut everybody out because or wanting to be around everyone that's just like me. I can't do that either. Because I gotta learn something.
I need to work.
And you can use it as an advantage, because
use it as an advantage.
Y'all go out and then they talking about, you ordering chicken. They be like, I just, we got to eat big. We got to eat lobster. I can order lobster for the whole table. Well, order lobster for the whole table. Then you go, this your world. Go ahead, big dog.
Thank you.
And
that's how I look at it. That's exactly.
I'm just
my nerves. My nerves.
Yeah, because if you finna pay for the whole table and we doing lobster and crab, let's do lobster and crab.
Okay.
Because when I go out and eat with Ukraine that may not want to order that, and he be like, "Well, Veronica, watch the price." See, Ukraine is thrifty, so I need some friends or some associates that gonna come through and say, "Hey, let's do such and such." Okay, they may get on my last nerve, but I'm finna sit down, eat, and learn whatever they talking about, and bring it back. I'm gonna bring it
back. My nerves. I don't know. My nerves different. I just can't. I don't want everybody to think like me, but I just can't deal with certain personalities no more. When I was younger,
I hang with them every day.
No, we ain't hanging every day. No, it ain't every day. It may be one.
No, because I will get tired of it now.
Yeah, no, we ain't hanging every day. It might be once every 3-4 months. You call up and, hey, me and the girls, we want to go. Okay, we can do that. I ain't got a problem with it.
Yeah.
Ronnie taking advantage of the situation. She just wants some
Yeah,
free.
because because that's how you learn from other people. If you stay bubbled up and saying, I don't want to be bothered with that person, I don't want, you'll never get advancing on certain things. I want to learn. I want to know what and what not to deal with, especially if you trying to run your business. I want to know what, and that's all I'm out there for. I ain't trying to be your buddy. We ain't trying to hang. I'm finna get at least something out of this little dinner.
Well,
There you
the
go.
little free dinner.
Yeah, out of this little dinner, I'm leaving away with something. Even if I got to pay for my own, I'm still leaving away. I gotta leave away with something, even if it's telling me this your last time talking to that person. I don't want to talk to them no more. That's fine. I don't learn something. I ain't picking up the phone no more. And each time you ask me what I'm doing, I'm always doing something. I'm always busy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't learn. I just don't learn that then.
You would not have a heart to heart with them and say, I think that we just, like what at the housewives when this girl said, you know what, I think I'm just not a good friend for you. So you wouldn't have that conversation with them
because I'm not invested in you like that. I'm not invested. I will have that heart to heart with you. I will have that heart to heart with Bernice because I have invested. If I'm not invested, I just met you 3-4 years ago, or even last year. I'm not that invested in you, so I don't care about whether you feel like I don't pick up the phone no more. I'm always busy. I don't care what you're thinking, because I'm not invested in you no more. I ain't got to sit there and have no conversation with you about why I don't want to go and eat with you. I don't care, and I don't care what you thinking.
That's funny.
Yeah, I have to be, you know what I'm saying? You got to really matter to me to sit down and have that I feel like, okay, we got to get this together. You got to really matter.
I hear you. I agree.
Yeah, you got to really matter. But because one thing, I guess me, Keisha, I guess that comes from the family. I pretty much, I can vibe with anybody and really don't really matter about them. Because I look at people, really, some folks, well, majority of the people, really funny. And I look at where I can learn from you, but I'm not, my heart not invested in this. But you're funny. It's just like whatever I feel like, if I got a person that I think that is funny, okay, I'm hanging out with her just only because I think she's funny. I ain't taking her no other kind of way, but she just doggone funny. We gonna laugh the whole time. She funny. Then I got somebody that I feel that is that I think she ratchet. So guess what? When I want to hear about them ratchet stories and the little drama, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hang out with her because, hey, I want to laugh.
True.
So
yeah, I get that part.
Okay.
I get that.
True. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, because each person that comes into your life, you just got to know where to put them.
That's true. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Right,
you got to know where to put them in your life. What is that? What is the meaning? What is the purpose of this relationship?
So they'll just be an associate, but not a friend.
No, they're not a friend.
Associate. Right.
They're associate, and or I would say a close associate. So we're close. You know, we have bonded, but you still not a friend yet. So especially if you haven't showed that you're a friend, and I ain't a friend to you yet, because I probably ain't showed you that I'm a friend.
Oh, well, again, associate.
Right, associate. So because it goes both ways. I ain't just waiting on your reaction. I got to put I got to put some action behind me too. So
Yeah.
it goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you just got to know where you put them. So therefore, you won't get frustrated quick and be like, okay, you got to know where you put the people.
I got you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
Yes, ma'am. Well, it's been interesting as always, ladies. And we want to thank everyone for joining us today. We hope you learned something from this topic. If you got some arrogant friends, I don't know, I guess hang with them, see what you can learn, or you can get some free crab legs out the deal. But anyway, we hope it's a wonderful day, and thank you for joining us for this episode of the Be Natural Show. Until next time, bye-bye.
Deuces.